Well, you guys are good. You're watching your clocks to the minute. Well, welcome. This is such an exciting day. I tell you, we've got a full auditorium here. It's really wonderful to be able to welcome you all to this IT Leaders graduation. We've got a full auditorium, and we know we have many more folks online as well, so welcome to both those in person and those online. This is a great graduation day, and it's so nice to see so many people in person that we've been having class with for the last 8-9 months virtually. Everybody looks a little different than they did on the screen, so all better, so that's great. For those of you that I haven't met yet, I'm Kelly Powell-Logan, and I'm Vice President for Strategic Workforce Development and University Centers here at Harrisburg University, and it is my great pleasure to be the first to welcome and congratulate you for being here today. We always like to start these graduations recognizing the reason that we're here. And we would like to ask that the cohort that is here to graduate today rise to be recognized to start our program. We're hoping that your colleagues at home have also stood up at home and are being recognized at home. You all have done a magnificent job over these last 9 months, really being engaged in the class conversations. We talk about circular learning throughout the class, and each and every one of you brought great thought and great learning to all of us. We appreciated you sharing that with us through the program, and we were so excited to hear you all present your capstone presentations this last week. The IT executives and the business relationship managers each did their own individual projects to add value to their organizations, make improvements, and potentially save money. Wonderful job with those presentations. And then today, we were so fortunate to have the IT managers who gathered together to do their group project. And that group project was really a fantastic opportunity for you all to help the Commonwealth move forward. So we are so appreciative of all of you. We want to give you one more round of applause and allow you to be seated again. Let me sit down. What's so funny, Michelle? Really a great group. The other group that we like to recognize and we so appreciate are your supervisors. Those people back in your organization that recognize this really valuable program and made this investment in you. Could the supervisors of the students please rise to be recognized? Thank you to each and every one of you. We know how challenging it is to have your best and brightest away from work and while you are trying to get things done. But that investment that you've made in each and every one of the cohort, hopefully you are already and immediately saw returns on that investment, that each time, each month they came back from the program, you saw additional benefit and they shared with you and their colleagues what they were learning. I know they came back and shared with us some of the takeaways that they were taking back and implementing. We had a great exercise today at the end of the day where we talked about each module and what folks were able to apply back in the workplace. So thank you for making the investment in your wonderful team, and thank you for being here to support them, and thank you for your support as they worked through their capstone projects. The next group that we wanted to recognize is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the leadership team at the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Each year we do this program, we do a recap of the impressions of our students, the recommendations of the students on how we can continue to iterate the program and make it better and more current every single year. Invariably, the Commonwealth makes additional suggestions, the Board of Advisors makes additional suggestions, and we modify this program each year. It's all about continuous improvement, and you all are part of that continuous improvement. In addition to that group of folks, we wanted to specifically call out a couple of people who helped and I'm a little partial, the business relationship management group of the cohort. Wanted to thank Ray Kampf and Eric Cole. I don't know if they're here in person or virtually, but they both guided that program and each month spent time with our business relationship management part of the cohort that were going through the program. So all across the board, a lot of support from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as far as advisory services. I also want to recognize, or we also want to recognize, the Government Technology Institute sponsors. These sponsors make all the difference in this program. They bring in their expertise, they support the program, bring in leading thinkers on the most current technology, services, and leadership. Anyone who's here from our government technology sponsors, could you please rise so we can recognize you and thank you? Thank you so much. Amazing lists of companies and partners that we have here at Harrisburg University and the Government Technology Institute specifically. Finally, before I turn it over to our next speaker, I do want to recognize the Harrisburg University team that makes this all happen. And want to start with Charlie Gerhards, who is the executive director of the Government Technology Institute, who more than a decade ago came with this idea and implemented this idea. And it's just amazing to see our cohort of people who have graduated surpass that 860 number. So could you join me in thanking Charlie? I love the standing ovation. Yay! I also want to recognize the rest of the team, and you'll hear from Paul Roos in a moment, who will make comments in just a moment. Patricia Mooneyham, who you saw outside, Jametta Colston, who you saw outside, and I'm going to ask for another standing round of applause for Michelle Moffness, who this is her heart and soul, and throughout the 9 months does everything she can to make sure you all have a wonderful experience. Could we have a round of applause for Michelle, please? So without further ado, I am going to turn this over to Paul Roos, our AVP for Workforce Development.
I don't really need this microphone, those of you who know me best, but thank you, Kelly. Thanks for taking the time to give us sort of that background and history. And, you know, it's always so encouraging to hear about the great things that are going on and the things that, you know, we're going to do moving forward as well. And, you know, for those of you who don't know me, Kelly mentioned, I am the Associate Vice President of Workforce Development here at the university. And I've been invited to say a few words, but I also have the distinct privilege of being a co-facilitator in this leadership program. And, you know, I can't tell you enough how much I enjoy being engaged with this fantastic group of learners that we have here. And that, you know, while we're celebrating a destination, I think it's important that we reflect on the journey that it took to get here, right? And The best way that I can do that is maybe share my own perspective. I've only been involved in the program for, well, it'll be 5 years in January, so 4 years or so. But anytime this cohort starts up, I kind of reflect on this and explain this every year, is that I try to put myself in your shoes. And I know the first thing that you're thinking, oh my gosh, I got to take a day and a half or 2 days out of my schedule every month. How am I going to get that time back? And that's such a commitment. And what's going to get, all backed up because I didn't and I don't, oh my gosh, Well, then you start thinking, well, okay, fine. What am I going to get out of this instantly that's going to work? Because this is an investment that I got to put in. And I want to know immediately what I'm going to get, how I'm going to get it, and that my boss is going to want to promote me when I'm done this class, right? So, but it's not realistic, of course, right? And it's not the best way to measure a professional development opportunity like this, because the best is yet to come. I always say this. And you're all looking at me and saying, but wait a minute, we're ending today. What's the deal? I promise you, the best is yet to come. Because what you've learned and what I have figured out is something may not come up until months or a year later. You'll be involved in a problem or a circumstance or a scenario where something is going to come up, and you're going to know what to do because of this course. And it may be because of one of the speakers. It may be because of something one of the facilitators said. It may be because of something that one of your colleagues said or did, and it could be that piece of advice or that piece that energizes you, and you're now empowered with reserve knowledge you didn't even know you had to solve something. And it feels good when you can add value, right? And you're going to be able to do that, and I promise you, when it happens, it's going to be a good feeling. It's going to be a good feeling when that happens. So I can state without hesitation, how rewarding this has been. But the best part was that I got to spend the time with you because, as I mentioned, listening to your perspectives and your opinions and the things that you are going through and the stuff that you took the time to share, I feel empowered by that now. It's part of my toolbox, and I hope that each of you feel the same way, because that's what that circular learning thing is that we keep talking about all the time, right? That's how it works. So those of you, I know many of you are here guests today, had the opportunity to sit in the last week to hear the capstone projects Kelly mentioned earlier. They were nothing short of spectacular. How many folks, raise your hands if you had a chance to hear any of those over there. There's a bunch of hands going up. Nothing short of spectacular. And they were all such unique examples from so many different industries and sectors and places, and it was just so instructive to hear about all those organizational disciplines that, again, it gave me a good feeling because I knew that you were able to take some of the stuff that you learned and apply it and take it forward with you. And that's that whole actionable results thing that we always talk about. So here's what I'm going to leave you with. When you have your aha moment, and you will, I sure hope that you will share it with us, whether you send it via email or text or call us up and let us know, or maybe we'll be on a Teams meeting with you again. I know you love those boxes, right? But please share it with us because we'd love to hear about it. In fact, maybe we'll even have you back so that you can tell the new cohort all about it. So accept my sincere admiration. It's been 9 months and you've completed this course. Everyone in this room made business and personal sacrifices guaranteed, okay? And you have our heartfelt appreciation, and more than anything, thank you for letting me share that with you. So congratulations to this class of information technology leaders. Let's have a little pre-celebration. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Really? Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Woo! All right, there we go. All right, so now I have the distinct pleasure to pass the mic to our keynote speaker for today's graduation. We're very fortunate to have Bree Pardoe here with us. Bree is the Executive Director of the Code PA Office for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I wanted to read that to make sure I got it just right. So she's been a great partner to us and our university. In fact, she's no stranger to this cohort. She's been part of the program where she has come to speak and inspire our learners as a change agent, an entrepreneur, and a master executor. She's been doing a great job. And, she's been directly involved in this program as well because 9 months ago, her and her team challenged our IT managers to further advance their digital forms initiative by taking that project on as their capstone. And earlier today, our IT managers proudly presented their findings in a formal report and presentation to her. So, in essence, Bree actually got to decide if they graduated today or not. Bree, are you okay, all right, good. So, of course, I'm just kidding. Anybody who knows Bree or had the privilege to work with her knows that she's so approachable, and they'll quickly appreciate her gentle good humor and, you know, the energy and motivation that she brings to help folks collaborate to fix important but difficult problems. And so it's been our pleasure to have her involved with this cohort. And with that, please join me in a warm welcome to our special guest, Bree Pardoe.
Hi, everybody. Ooh, all right. I can do microphones. I won't dance during this presentation. So it's been such a pleasure being a part of this program. As introduced, I'm Bree. I've been at the Commonwealth for just over a year, and it feels wild that it has gone so fast. Our team was established out of executive order, and I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I ended up becoming the executive director, or how any of you think that what I am about to say is interesting or cool. My husband has confirmed I'm not cool, so thank you for your attention. So my career started in general aviation. I wove my way into healthcare, and then this opportunity presented itself with a whole different kind of scale. The Commonwealth provides just an unbelievable amount of services to our constituents that I think, even as a resident of Pennsylvania, I didn't realize until I walked in the door, and I think I still learn about new programs, new things that are coming out every day. And it's impossible to execute on those things without the really hard work of IT and the really hard work of the civil servants that come every day to serve those people. So on behalf of my family and myself, just thank you for showing up every day to do that work. And the fact that you're here to continue your education just doubles down on that. So before I even get started, thank you for that. I also want to thank HU for indulging me in asking for a forms project. For those who don't know, we have officially gotten buy-in from HR to call our program the Forms That Suck Less Internship. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous when that hit the headlines after an interview, and I got an email from the governor the next morning in my inbox. I was like, this is it. You did it. This is the end. And he wrote in the email, Bree, we saw the headline. We love it. The second you have swag, Lori and I want a t-shirt. And it just underscored for me a few things about this administration. One, they're not willing to take themselves too seriously. We have really important work to do, but the people that we serve don't necessarily need to know the nuance or the complexity of the bureaucracy that goes into delivering government services. They just want to make it better for people. And two, I think it's an opportunity for us to tackle some of the biggest challenges that exist with support from executive leadership. Forms does not sound sexy. But it is the main way that we engage with our constituents across so many different services. And so the work that the IT managers did to help us unpack the change management and the process and protocol and thoughtfulness that needs to go into that work will be instrumental in what my team is able to tackle with many of you going forward. I think as I imagine my life in IT, I really tried to avoid it for a long time. My first job, as I mentioned, was in aviation and marketing. Then I built a marketing team. Then marketing became IT because we had to implement those systems. They said, hey, Bree, you speak nerd. Can you implement these tools? And that was really where it started. We started bringing all of these different systems to life, and the operations and efficiencies that could exist that became the core of everything that woke me up in the day. And so the kid that built LAN networks with their brothers in the basement to play video games as a child, not a shocker, she ended up in IT. But here we are with this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. With IT changing so quickly, new services, new programs existing on a regular basis, we are absolutely responsible for bringing that into the work that we do day in and day out. But it's important to acknowledge that we're also hanging with mainframes. We've got legacy technology that has existed for decades because we've been delivering service for decades. And so my challenge to everyone as you exit this cohort is to continue to innovate and dream about what can be done differently, how we can tackle these big problems. Because my door will continue to be open following today to think about what those big projects can look like and how we can tackle them together. And I can tell you, we can have as much administrative and executive support as we can dream of, but without the people on the ground that really want to make it happen, we're just never going to get there. And so I'm grateful for the support of the agencies and for folks like you that are willing to show up, learn, develop, grow, and understand how you can evolve in your role to help support the work. It's just really incredible. Our job in IT doesn't stop. People want to come on at 2 a.m. and enroll in benefits or renew their driver's license or find a new place to go. Management is hard. People have feelings all the time, and it's important for us to navigate those. And we're doing IT and management in government, which is also somewhat complex. But we have the opportunity to meet the moment and transform and stay engaged because of people like you showing up every day. So thank you, and congratulations on this incredible milestone. Thank you to Harrisburg University for inviting me to speak, and I hope that we can all stay connected today and in the future. Thank you for the time.
Bree, thank you so much for letting us have this really innovative and exciting project to work on throughout the entire 9 months of the cohort. Your comments today as the project was presented, your thoughtfulness with the students, and your request that they keep thinking about this and that your inbox doesn't close at the end of the day, just really excited all of us. I know you talked a lot about change management and involving everybody and moving this forward, and you have 72 plus people who are all in. So please let us know how we can help. We're excited about it. And thank you for your inspirational comments both today and during the class. So many great pieces of feedback that came from that. Thank you. The next on our agenda, we're going to turn to some comments from classmates that stepped up to make some comments about your experience you had throughout the program. We have 4 students that are going to make some brief comments. The first one is going to come to us via video, and then each of the subsequent speakers will come up as soon as the previous student speaker finishes their comments. So, Michelle, I think we're ready to turn to video.
Greetings to all. Reflecting on the transformative journey we have all embarked on with the Harrisburg University IT Executive Program, it's evident that the program has not only fostered a deep understanding of leadership, but also sparked personal growth and transformation. It has the tools to transform vision into actionable strategies, dedication, and effectiveness. The vision of bridging the gap between concept and reality is particularly resonant in today's fast-paced and technology-driven world. I emphasize the importance of knowledge application, service enhancements, emotional resilience, and developing effective leadership skills. The commendable demonstration of this quality is truly inspiring that not only prepares IT executives for the current challenges, but also for future advancements in the industry. Leadership is about critical thinking, bold decisions, and setting a course others may understand and lead towards distinction and success. The commitment to this principle is distinct, and my gratitude towards the cohort contributors highlights the collaborative effort requires to achieve such goals. The program powerfully reminds us that continuous learning, emotional strength, and a clear vision are essential to effective leadership. I am grateful to the professional team, a community of shared commitment that makes our journey towards excellence in IT leadership. Once again, thank you for the transformative power of education and the impact of visionary leadership. Best wishes for your continued success. Thank you all.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. And I stand here with a lot of gratitude, and I think I can talk from the cohort that we are really thankful to Harrisburg University and our supervisors and the whole faculty for helping us and empowering us with, I think what you wanted to say was life skills so that we could navigate through this leadership landscape. I think as we gain, and as John F. Kennedy mentioned, leadership and learnings are indispensable to each other. So once we want to get into this role of IT leadership, and if we ever stop learning, that means we are no longer a leader. So I think this course really helped us navigate, and I think our cohort got a very good chance to go through, summarize all that we learned in the past 8 modules from September. We talked about what it means to be a leader, what it means servant leadership, understanding your audience, trying to figure out how we can contribute and how we can navigate that path. We also learned very cool stuff like generative AI and data-driven analytics. As Paul mentioned, it's not something that we can put into action right away, but these are things that I think are going to be stepping stone for us to get moving. So I really thank you all for this opportunity. And congratulations to everybody. So thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joyce Johnson. I am a Technology and Innovation Manager in the Information Technology Department at the Pennsylvania Turnpike, where my main role is Business Relationship Manager. Last year, when I applied to the IT Leaders Business Relationship Manager program, one of the questions on the application was, how will participation in this program benefit you? My answer was, I hope to come out of this program a more effective, empathetic, and influential leader. Today, I can proudly say, mission accomplished. As I reflect on the IT Leaders program, I'm reminded that the essence of IT is not solely about technology, but about the connections we forge and the trust we build. My journey through this program has underscored that at its core, technology is fundamentally about the people. I have learned that the greatest accomplishments are achieved through perseverance and the genuine commitment to building strong, lasting relationships. It's the collaborative problem solving and the shared victories that define our success. I have gained invaluable skills to be a more empathetic leader and to champion the importance of human connections in achieving success. I'm confident that I will use the knowledge achieved in this program to be a more effective bridge builder, a problem solver, and an advocate for collaboration, not only in my role as Business Relationship Manager, but also in my life in general. To the faculty of Harrisburg University, thank you for your unwavering support and guidance. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. As we go forth, let's not just aim to succeed, but but to make a meaningful impact. Let's redefine success through the lens of relationships and community. Let's be the leaders who inspire the colleagues, who support our colleagues, and the innovators who drive positive change. I'll leave you with my favorite quote from the program that came from the TV show Ted Lasso. Be curious, not judgmental.
My name's Alfie Ford. I am a project manager for the Employment, Banking, and Revenue Delivery Center. So thank you for this opportunity to come up here and just say a few words. I know that I'm not just speaking for myself. I speak on behalf of my team. It was a great experience. This was a very practical exercise, I think, not just for myself, but for all of us. We encountered a lot of real world, real life scenarios, and we worked through some of those things. I know that I leave here with tools that I will apply not just in my work, but in my real life. And I'm certain that going forward, I am a better project manager just for having this experience. So got to give a little shout out to Code PA for giving us this important and very timely topic that we got to take a dive in. I think it was very eye-opening for a lot of us. And I think it's exciting, and I think we're all looking forward to seeing what you do, and I think this is a great time to be a Pennsylvanian, so good stuff. Paul, Charlie, Kelly, thank you for your guidance and your support and for shepherding us through the whole class over the last 9 months. Paul, you made it so much fun. And then lastly, and I'll save the best for last, thank you ITM cohorts. We built some really great relationships, and I think when we first got here today, I think we were just so excited to see each other like in person. So there was a lot of hugging going around. You know, the best advice I ever got from my CIO, Dave Naseby, was, you know, to build relationships. And I definitely feel like the takeaway from this class, the overarching, is just the importance and the value of building relationships. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you all for those comments and for sharing throughout the exercise today your thoughts and feelings about each and every module of the program. It was so good to hear everybody's feedback. Now, the moment we all have been waiting for. We are so blessed at this university to have so much support for the Government Technology Institute and this IT Leaders Program and the curriculum and graduates behind it. We are honored today to have the Provost and Chief Academic Officer for Harrisburg University here to bestow the certificates of completion. So without further ado, Cameron McCoy.
I brought a coffee because I've been studying up on your names. But I didn't sleep very much, so I may still mess them up. I ask for your forgiveness in advance if I don't quite get them just right. Feel free to shout out a correction. The other thing that I need to tell you all is that you have just completed a certificate at a university that is dedicated to learning throughout the course of your lifetime. And I want you to think about the fact that if you have not already completed an advanced degree, you have just taken the steps to do so. And we are excited that you have already completed a big portion towards a master's degree or a doctoral degree, if that's what you decide you'd like to choose. And we'd be honored to have you back home at Harrisburg University at any time. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you later. I kid. I drove 4 hours to be here with you today. That's not actually a lie. Because I think this is really an important point in your learning journey and in your leadership journey. And so I thank you for spending time with us, and I thank our folks at GTI and our faculty and staff. If any of you are faculty, staff, or GTI folks, if you wouldn't mind, would you please rise for us so we can thank you collectively? And I assume that there are some loved ones who have joined us here who've put up with you doing some extra studying. If you wouldn't mind standing so we can thank you and welcome you. Those are you guys. Yeah. And my last group, and they're very important, are there any of your employers here? Yeah, any of those folks? Yeah? Can we thank you too? Would you mind? All right. Without further ado, I think these are in the right order, so we'll go with it. Yeah, here we are. Okay. Our first candidate, and I'm just going to keep going, so come on up, and we'll go from there. Eric B. Mesterfer. Oh. All right, good to see you, Eric. This is going to be a hard one. Paul Burton. I'm going to try something. Let's have a little fun here. When I was in high school, we had the athletic director, and he did all of these kinds of events, and he read everybody's name. It was one of the most memorable experiences that I ever had. But he would raise his hand. And when he dropped his hand, you would clap. So we would do one clap, because we have 70 more of these to read today. And I think a lot of you would like to get out of here. So let's just practice really quick. When I drop my hand, you clap. Just one clap. Ready? Clap. Understood. One more try. Ready? We're on it. Okay. Are you ready? Matthew Clark. Okay, it's on you guys now. Rumesh Gangasetti. Rumesh isn't here? Okay, Rumesh, we clapped for you. Gerald Geary. Also virtual? Okay, we're cruising now. David Hott. Man, you guys are crushing this. Michael Hauser. Man, I love it. Okay, Chris, you put a lot in this one, buddy. Christopher Cater. Nice. He's here. Those people don't like the rules, Christopher. Neil Kinnett. Okay. Jeffrey Lanning. Nice. Jeez. Michael Lepley. Virtual. Kent McClure. Thomas Palace. Man, a lot of virtuals here. Henny Amit Patel. Virtual? Good, they don't have to get mad at me. All right, hold on. Oh, sorry. Got to shoot up if you're here. Too many virtuals. Sarub Shah. Okay. Next time I got to mark them virtual on here, so I know. Brian Smith. It's still fun. I like the one clap still, even though you guys don't like the rules. All right. Did she go by Priya or Sarah? The whole thing? Just Priya? Okay, I'll read the whole thing. I'm going to try this one. I understand. Saravana Priya Subramanian.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Alex Vandepute. Ba-ding. Wait, which one is this? Scotty. Okay. Scotty Wall. Donald Weekland. Oh, we're getting a little weak on the clap here, guys. Let's try that again. Okay. Now we can round of applause for all the IT executives class of 2024. I bet these next 5 people are ready to rock. Lucinda Barrick. Okay, not here. Kelly Harris. Nice. Joyce Johnson. The golf claps are really, really great. Karen McCready's. No Karen. Suni Rose. Now we can round of applause for the business relationship management. All right, IT managers. You guys are all rule followers. I know this. You ready? Brian Alexander. Not here. Ali Amadias. Not rule followers. Aisha Bano. Virtual. Stephanie Bertacia Arroyo. Man, that was harder to read on the phonetic. Well, I shouldn't have read the phonetic. Thank you. Brian Biscotti. Thanks, buddy. It was your phonetic spelling that got me. Lori Bixler. Tracy Brown. Austin Campisi. Lily Cole. Lynn Daubert. Brandy DeFrank. Steve Fiorito. Nailed it. Alfie Ford. Big fan of Alfie over here. Great work. Thank you. Matthew Freeze. No Matthew. No Matthew today. Jennifer Fullerton. The whole Commonwealth is here. Julie Garman. Christopher Green. Huma Halimi Ahmed. William Harris. No William. Lilia Hartman. Danielle Hauer. Tara Herman. Robin Hicks. Salish Jadev. Darius Jerome. Mike Justice. You're welcome. Vanita Kakarla. Ivan Kurus. Joshua Leeds. No Joshua. Let me try this one. Brian Macalonis. Also not here. Paul Metzler. Cruising. Sean Muchler. Janet Nicholas. Andrew Quintero. Last page, team. Christopher Rago. Okay, I'm going to give my best shot here. Withya Ramasamy. Okay? Babu Redethu. Redethu. Sometimes the phonetic messes me up. Not here, okay. Andrew Skoll. Oh boy. Asha Shankarappa. Zachary Sherry. Madison Schobert. Manpal Singh. Earl Stoltzfus. Angelique Swoyer. Daniel Wallen. That'd be Whalen. Daniel Weist. All right, wind up for this one. Steve Zaring. And not here. Okay, how about a round of applause for all of these folks? Congratulations to all of you. I'll hand it back to Kelly, but please remember, we'll always happy to have you back home here at Harrisburg.
And the man who needs no introduction, Charlie Gerhardt.
Thank you, Kelly. I think the first order of business is another round of applause for our graduates. We've been doing this for a number of years, I think since 2011, and our classes keep getting better and better. The quality of people, IT leaders that go through the program is amazing. So I think all of you at a personal level should give yourself a pat on the back for being leaders within your organizations. And certainly going forward, we need leadership. Given the challenges and given new technologies, something we absolutely will cherish within our organizations is good leadership. I've had the pleasure, along with our facilitators, of being with you for the past 9 months. I found it an incredible experience. I've been doing this a long, long time. And personally, I never stop learning. You can always get a perspective that you didn't have before that just adds to your library of knowledge, and it's incredibly important. So some of you, many of you probably didn't even realize it as you were describing things, saying things, explaining things. You were providing me with my education. And I think that's the basis of circular learning. So for that, I sincerely thank you. You're graduates now. I think you heard from the provost that you are part of the family. And we hope that you come back continuously. There are a number of our graduates in the audience, and maybe I would just ask them to take 1 minute and stand. It is a family. You are welcome anytime to come back, and hopefully you will, to help educate our other IT leaders that will be going through the program, and even those that aren't. I also have to recognize our sponsors. I know Kelly did, but at the core of our success has been our sponsors. They have brought to the university and to this program incredible speakers. We have global individuals who are performing at the global level. And all of these individuals have a perspective that we can learn from, and we are so grateful, again, to our sponsors for all the support that they provide to this program. Again, it would not be possible without their support. So thank you so much. And Kelly recognized our team. I also would like to say thank you to our team. We have a terrific team. I'm so proud to be part of that team. The passion is what drives the team, and it makes me very proud that folks are here primarily because they want to be here and they see the real value in the program. Michelle, I will call you out specifically. I know the hours and hours of work that you invest to make our monthly programs possible. and you had taken the major lead in making graduation successful. So I know it's a lot of hard work. You know, within your own organizations, there are usually some folks that are like the glue, folks that do a lot of work behind the scenes that you don't necessarily, or others don't necessarily see. But without their diligent efforts, you simply will not have success. You wouldn't have programs like this. So, Michelle, thank you. Let me, in closing, have 3 asks. Remember the rule of 3? 3 asks to our cohort. Please use what you've learned over the past 9 months to make both yourself better and your organization better. That is the true measurement of whether we were successful. If you can do that, then we are very proud of the time and investment we've made. So really focus on that and see if you can make a difference within your organization. I had mentioned before you're part of the family. We would really appreciate you coming back often and providing some role here, whether it is additional education, upskilling, or even spending some time with others in your colleagues networking. I just had a conversation before this started with a graduate of our program who had mentioned years later, many, many years later, he still has a contact list of those that went through the program with him, and how valuable it is and how often he communicates with those individuals. So I encourage you. I don't want to use the word Rolodex or I will date myself. But please reach out to people who are in your class. Have them as confidants. Use them, again, to help educate you or to be a sounding board for ideas. And just the last, please serve as mentors. There are so many young people coming into the organization that could benefit from knowledge and experience that you have. And just not to teach them the technology, but to help them with all of the soft skills that we discussed in class. Because many, unfortunately, that go through IT programs, the focus so much is on bits and bytes. And really, at the end of the day, and I think it was stated here, 80%, and I would take that to 90%, is about people. And if you're going to be successful, it's how well you deal with people. So take some of these folks, and I said young folks, but they don't have to be. They can be others in your organization, and try to make them better. And I can tell you that will be something they will cherish and you will cherish longer term. So I think we're at the end of the program. I have a few logistical topics. One is, historically, we've done a class picture, and we're going to ask all of our graduates to assemble in front of our Harrisburg University board and have a class picture taken. I'll also mention, after the class picture, I see many folks, and it's so pleasing to see families coming to this. Hopefully, have your family come up and get a picture and enjoy this particular day, because it is a major accomplishment. For those of you that aren't getting pictures, I think we can recess and we can move, we're going to have a reception. Right around the corner on the 14th floor, I think we're going to open up the doors and even have the atrium open so that you can enjoy that as well. Hopefully you'll spend some time at the reception, again, networking with each other and with others. And if you get a chance with our sponsors, please say thank you. Again, the role they play in this program is significant. So with that, I think we can say graduation is complete, and let the celebration begin. So if our graduates would assemble, this takes the most time, I think, trying to get everyone in one place. And to others who are not getting pictures taken, we would invite you to attend the reception.